Hey guys, what is up? Cyber Gaming here, and today we got another commentary for you on Battlefront 2 gameplay. I'm playing on XL mode on Kashyyyk, obviously playing on the side of the clones, and as my class of choice, the engineers. So today's topic is going to be talking about custom classes, custom loadouts, customizable armor in Star Wars Battlefront 3. Now, sometimes when I go into topic videos, I do a little more well thought out videos, but you guys said you like the commentary style rather than just me talking, so I figured I would throw another commentary at you this weekend. Let's jump into it. So as you know, EA is working on Star Wars games, most likely Battlefront 3 or something to do with the Star Wars Battlefront franchise. Now, a big question has been, people have been asking now, and a big thing people have actually been saying they want to see in the next game, especially in the poll the other day that I did for my top 5 video, people want to see, you know, custom armor, custom loadouts, custom guns, all that good stuff. And, you know, the real question is, though, do we really want that? See, to me, it's kind of a bittersweet thing, and I did include it in my top 5 thing because I feel like in order to evolve as an FPS, the game really needs to, you know, have some certain modern-day FPS standards, and obviously having, you know, some customization is part of those modern-day standards. But is a game with custom classes really staying true to the Battlefront series? I mean, that's the big question. It's like something that I really want to see and something I don't want to see at all. In Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron, you were able to actually choose your loadout. And it was kind of interesting, but for most of the time I was the only one playing on the game, so it wasn't like everybody else had like weird loadouts and stuff. I think for the most part everybody else kind of had standard weaponry. But in a game like Battlefront 3, it's going to be a game that you're definitely be playing with your friends, because it's definitely going to be a game with a good online focus, because that's just kind of how the whole, you know, FPS thing works today. Half of the game, or sometimes more than half of the game, is just playing the actual like multiplayer. Like most of the games I buy today, you know, Halo, I don't really play the story mode. I play the online mode because that's, you know, that's where a lot of the fun is, and that has more replayability because it's competitive game mode. And so the question is having something like that going to ruin the sport of Battlefront in the sense of, you know, giving people unfair advantages? Personally, I'm not a COD player. I don't play Call of Duty or Call of Duty. I don't play Call of Duty or Battlefield or anything like that. I do play Halo once in a while, and I'm decent at that. But I get frustrated at games like I got defeated that fast. Okay. Anyway, so I get frustrated at games like that, and it's quite frankly because of the fact that I know how to play the game. I don't necessarily know the best combinations of classes and guns to pick and such, and so other players out there have better guns than me, and they have an advantage over me, as to where in Battlefront, when I play online, I'm usually one of the best players in the game because I know how to play the game. Everybody has a certain set of weapons: clone trooper, heavy trooper, you know, sharpshooter, engineer, clone commander, jet trooper. I know how to play my engineer. I don't have to customize anything about it. I use the weapons the game gives me, and those are balanced out classes. There's no overpowered classes, unless the ones, you know, the ones that you got to you know, work up for, like your commanders and your jet troopers, and, you know, vice versa for all the other, you know, factions. They require some more points, and they have some advantages, I suppose, but at the same time, I've never really found a clone commander to be that much more powerful than me. Just as a normal class, I'd say their abilities are cool. You know, he has the chainsaw, or the chain gun or whatever, and the jet trooper has, you know, its jetpack, and those are some cool perks to have, but quite frankly, they're still not like super OP or anything like that. Now, where in games like Call of Duty, you get people that, you know, get their better guns and stuff, and you know what? Some people like that. Some people want the better guns, and some people will say, well, you got to be a skilled player to get those better guns and such. But to be quite honest, I like it. It's a lot more pure and fun experience when the game when the game relies simply on skill and nothing more. And that's kind of where, like, my case is with Battlefront 3. Do we really want to see these custom classes to where people can, you know, customize their classes to be better than somebody else, so that somebody who's new to the game but maybe has more skill, you know, is gonna, you know, get crapped on because he doesn't have, you know, the best equipment lineups and such. And so that's really the question: is that something that would be too overpowered? Will that ruin Star Wars? Personally, I love Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, where you just pick a class. Now it gets a little weird because everybody has the same exact skin, but that's whatever. Everybody's using the same exact weapons. And as far as the armor goes, and that's another question, I'll get into that in a few minutes, customizable armor. Something we could also see, close to Halo with the Spartans and such. But, back to the weapons, it's just, in all honesty, it's going to create less of a skill-based game and more of a game about what kind of equipment you have. And I don't think that is the right way to go about a game like this. And I've been sucking in this video, let me tell you. I'm usually better. It's because I'm more focusing on the actual topic than I am. Oh god, we're getting pooped on. I've never played XL and Kashyyyk before. I'm focusing on the topic rather than actually playing the game. So sorry if the commentary is a little, or the gameplay is a little boring. The commentary should be a little more refreshing than the gameplay for sure. But I mean, just think of it though. Imagine, certain people have better guns than other people. Imagine somebody has that better assault rifle or better machine gun or whatever. I mean, laser machine gun, however they would adapt it to Star Wars, not the point. Just, it doesn't put people on equal grounds. Now, Star Wars Battlefront 2 did have like a unique way of having better weapons, not necessarily customizable weapons, but say, for how good you did in the game, not particularly multiplayer, but on single player, you would unlock, better weapons, better rifles, stuff like that. Now, that is a great way to go about it, is these skill-based players get to a certain point where they just do so well, they unlock, these better guns and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know how much I like the idea of people being able to just choose all their own different weapons and stuff. Like, it's just, there's the ups and downs. At one point, I would love to be able to customize my array of weapons like I did in Renegade Squadron and walk around blasting people with a carbon freeze ray as my primary weapon. But at the same time, it just, sometimes, like, the thing is that not only would this give like an unfair advantage to more advanced players who want to give themselves better weapons, it would also create for newer players a hassle of possibly picking classes that are too weak. For instance, when I said I played Renegade Squadron, and I picked some crappy gun combinations, and they did not work out, that well all the time. And again, to feed on this, but that's not the point. The gameplay is not the point. It's just like you don't know what to do all the time when you're coming new to the game. And personally, the reason I don't play games like Call of Duty is I only own one Call of Duty game, and if I get killed every time I play the game because other people have better weapons than me and stuff, it doesn't turn me on to want to play the game more. And we really want the game to appeal more and more to people, and we want people to feel comfortable playing the game. And so I don't know how they could balance this out. I just think that there needs to be some kind of line when it comes to customization. What I would actually really like to see is kind of two different options for game modes. Whoever's hosting the game, or the administrator in the game mode, like kind of in GTA and stuff, where you have to set the settings up. Perhaps there's a settings you can use your custom classes, or settings for only pre-made classes that come with the game. That would satisfy a lot of people because the game would you still be able to play like this, or you'd be able to play like with your custom classes like you're in Call of Duty and stuff. I don't want the game to feel like Call of Duty. I want the game to feel like Star Wars Battlefront. And so I just hope that if they do add this new kind of stuff, there's still going to be options for playing the old way. And I'm starting to ramble and such, so that's where I'm going to close it for there. I just feel like that's going to be, it will ruin the balance, the balance and simplicity that Battlefront 3 has had all this time. And so if they're going to do it, it should be in maybe like an extra type of game mode thing, but I don't think that all the games should have custom loadouts and stuff. As far as custom armor goes, that's something completely different because of the fact that it's not going to create, any unbalance or anything like that. It's going to kind of ruin the uniform look of the game where you actually feel as you're a soldier because nobody really looks different. However, there's different ways to do this. I'd say kind of make it so you could customize your armor but keep it within like range. Like Halo, you could just go so many different colors and stuff. I'd say if you're going to make the custom armor and stuff, at least make the colors and the look of it something that you would still see in like a uniform clone trooper, to where like you can't look completely different from everybody else, but you can still have a few unique things about your character. That's where I would go with that armor type thing. And as far as, that's pretty much how it goes, Don't let people have like black stormtroopers and blue stormtroopers, and it doesn't work. Well, black and blue stormtroopers, actually, they do have those, I think. But I mean, clone troopers. Don't give, it doesn't fit. You gotta keep it somewhat uniform to keep that feel that you're all soldiers in the battlefield and such. So with armor, there's definitely room for customization. I mean, of course, there's different kinds of clone helmets and stuff that you can put on. Like you could do a lot with custom armor without ruining the look. So that's that. You really need to just keep it somewhat uniform while offering that still, you know, customization. Let people, you know, still feel as though they can, you know, brand themselves without, you know, looking like everybody else, but still keeping the look and feel of the army. And that's pretty much my views on custom loadouts and custom armor. I think that there's a lot they can do with them. I feel like if they maybe meter it rather than give you full customization, it might be better. For instance, maybe you can have a small limited thing. Maybe an engineer could have like the you know, option of a fusion cutter or a handgun, and you could also have like a few different kinds of shotguns, perhaps something like that, but not where you can just make a class and choose anything you want and completely balance it or completely massively unbalance it. They just need to have some balance, and they don't want to create people that are overpowered. And like I said, for the armor, it just needs to look right. I don't want it to look crazy and goofy, and that's my thoughts on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. The gameplay is so unexciting. I'm sorry for that, and you know, I'm really gonna try maybe to post commentate next time so I can get like good gameplay in, and then like commentate after that without having to worry about you know, fighting while I'm talking. So I'm sorry for that. I know I kind of suck. It's just because I'm more into the topic than I am into the game. That's whatever. Don't forget to check out the Who Else Wants Star Wars Battlefront 3 Facebook fan page. That community over there is amazing. Over 40,000 Star Wars fans and growing every day. And it's awesome. There's so many awesome people over there that give me a lot of feedback that helps me develop this show on here. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for all of your Star Wars Battlefront 3 updates. And I'm Star Wars Gaming. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Love you all. Thanks for supporting me in what I do and allowing me to have a job on YouTube and play Battlefront 2 as my career. It's amazing. Thanks so much, and I'll check you guys in the next video.